Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, brothers and sisters, to today's surah. Inshallah, today's surah will be about Surat Alayel. As you know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Layl means night, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala started this surah with making oath to contrasted objects, contrasted creation. And we explained before, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala started making an oath to something, it means it's very important, it's a great, and we as a human have to think about it, have to think why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala choose or selected that object to swear to. So, and we have to ask another question, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making an oath to these contrasted object? Why? So that is the important question. As you know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala starts saying, وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَغْشَى وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَغْشَى وَالنَّهَارِ إِذَا تَجَلَّى. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is swearing to the day, the night when it's covering everything, and when and the day or the morning when it's clearing everything. And after that, the creation of the male, and after that, the creation of the female. So we can figure out, like, if this object is contrasted, so the result or the main idea that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to focus on will be contrasted to. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala been swearing to these contrasted object to tell us in سعيكم لشتى that your final destination is also different. As you know, this object is totally or extremely contrasted, it's just upside down. So your final goal, your seeking, is also upside down. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala designed us in this life to worship Him, but our goals is different. Someone worshiping money, someone worshiping power, someone fashion, okay, someone women. So someone is worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he's good mu'min. For that reason, as these objects are too contrasted, your final goal or your destination also upside down or contrasted too. So one more thing, Al-Quran is too practical. So just it's not just a fabric stories. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to tell you something, he given you tangible, tangible proof. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, like in this surah, so He will support you whether you be working in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whether you be working in the path of shaitan. So you will be supported, okay? And it just depends on your choice to which path, the path of evil and the path of good. You will be supported at both paths. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that's the proof or the real example that's been given to the whole world was, presented the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam companion, Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, and one chieftain of the Mushrikeen. So Abu Bakr as-Siddiq chose the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's been extremely pious, extremely devoted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. For that reason, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, explain what's gonna happen to him, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send him to the Jannah. And the other person, which I think it was Umayyah ibn Khalaf, he was a chieftain and he was rich and he has it was powerful man. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, all of these things is not going to be beneficial for him. Okay, and he will go to the Jahannam. So that is the real example. So we can understand Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swore by these contrasted objects as a symbol or as a mark of being different, being extremely different to our final goal, our reason for being existed here in this life. Okay, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala telling you, you do have the free will, you do have the free will to choose the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or the path of the shaitan, the path of evil or the path of good. And in both ways you will be supported, and but result will be totally different. If you choose the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like what happened in the given example of Abu Bakr Siddiq, you will go to the Jannah and you will be rewarded more than you can imagine. And if you choose the path of the shaitan, like what happened with Umayy ibn Khalaf, so you'll go to Jahannam, and that could be generalized. That's just give an example, but the meaning or the lesson will be generalized for all of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam nation, or for the whole people. That was for Sourat Alayel. Jazakumullah khairan for your listening. See you inshallah in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.